also awarded Best Employee Award in 2011 at Oracle. But then, seeing the current situation of society and the like the situation of the youth, he decided to dedicate his life for the cause of spreading this transcendental knowledge of Bhagavad Gita for the betterment of the world and especially the youths. And therefore, going after some time, he joined SCON in 2012. And currently, he's very actively giving seminars on these Vedic scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, many other important uh, Vedic wisdom. He is giving active seminars in many corporate and academic institutions like um, NIT Varangal, JNTU, BITS, Manet, and many others. And he also gives sessions very practical sessions like power of habits, time management, self management, personality development, discover yourself, etc. So, and he was also assistant project manager at Voice at NIT. And so far he has conducted value empowerment exam based on Bhagavad Gita, in which more than 30,000 students participated, and they have given huge appreciation for him. So it is really a very wonderful opportunity for all of us to hear from him, to share the knowledge which he is actually practically applying in his own life. He has in this field he has also earned Bhakti Sastri degree and Bhakti Vaibhav degree from ISKCON Board of Examination, which basically deals with these Vedic literatures. So it's very nice to hear some topics from a person who is actually applying this in his own life. So I would like to invite or welcome today's speaker, His Grace Tarun Mohan sir. Tarun Mohan sir, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aditya. Let me share the screen. So we heartily welcome each one of you. I hope you are able to see my screen for this session. Krishna the greatest. Yes. So every one of us want to know who is the greatest. Yes or no? Why? There are many reasons. Some of us want to know so that we can serve him. Someone wants to know so that we can love him. Yes. Or we can have friendship with him. Yes. So today we are going to discuss how Krishna is the greatest. So once, before I start, I would like to take the blessings of Krishna. So let us start with the prayers. Om Agyan Trimnandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. So we strongly believe the prayers goes up and blessings comes down. So with the blessings of Lord Krishna, let us start this session, the very first session of our Krsnopedia. So once a boy in a village, he also was very inquisitive to know who is the greatest person. And in that inquisitive, he went to the Sarpanch of the village and he thought he is the greatest. So he started serving him, as you are seeing in the photo. But then he realized that Sarpanch also goes once in a month to some place, to a tehsil, district, and he goes out to that some person. So then he accompanied the Sarpanch and found that he reports to Tehsildar. So he requested Sarpanchji, can you allow me to serve? I want to serve the top person, to serve Tehsildar. Sarpanch said, okay, you are a very good person, please go ahead. And then he started serving Tehsildar. But later he understood this Tehsildar also reports to someone, to MLA. And he started serving MLA. Then he understood, MLA is serving the chief minister of the state. Then he requested MLA, can you please recommend me? I want to serve him. MLA told, yeah, you're a very good person, I recommend you. And it so happened that he started serving chief minister, thinking he is the greatest. But later he found that even CM, the chief minister, is reporting to Prime Minister, PM. So he went to PM and he requested CM, please allow me, I want to serve the greatest person. Please allow me to serve the Prime Minister of the country. Because for him, he is the greatest as of now. So he went and started serving to Prime Minister. Now we saw that even Prime Minister is bowing down to sages. Oh, really? Why? And PM told, no, I need their blessings. So he went to the sage and told, I want to serve the greatest, I want to serve you. He told, okay, come tomorrow morning to temple. And he saw morning time, the sage is bowing down to Lord. And the villager, the boy told, sir, I thought you are the greatest, but you are serving the God? And the sage told, yes, the God is the greatest. We are very tiny. The God is infinite. We are infinitesimal. God created moonlight. We can just create dawn light. We can create swimming pools. God has created oceans. Yes. Who is providing us rain? Who is providing us air? Who is providing us vegetable? Is the greatest, the supreme personality, the God. And he understood, yes, sir, that's correct. He is the God who is providing us and he is the greatest. So I'll serve him. So then this point is clarified with this story that who is the greatest? Not we, God. God is the greatest. But when we talk about God, there's a lot of confusion. Many people think and understand the definition of God as God, the generator, the operator, and the destroyer. Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Okay, we understand God is greatest, but among them, who is the greatest? Yeah, it's a question to think. And what we are going to discuss had been discussed many years ago also. There's an assembly of sages which was going on, and they also want to know who is the greatest. And in that assembly which held on the bank of river Saraswati, all the sages came and they were having discussion. Brahma is great, Shiva is great, Vishnu is great. Who is great? We want to know the greatest person, because when we use the word greatest, there can be only one person. Yeah. So then they all assembled and then they chose Bhrigu Muni. That Bhrigu, you on behalf of all of us, please find out who is the greatest. And Bhrigu Muni thought, I will test the Lord's tolerance, which can show the sign of greatness. It has been told the greatness of a person can be estimated by how he tolerates the provoking situations. When the problem comes in our life, how we react. We may be very good with everyone, we may be doing good to others, but when the problem comes, when somebody else shouts on us, how we react. Yes, that defines the greatness of a person. So keeping this point in mind, Bhrigu Muni went to the assembly of Brahmaji. Because he is the son of Brahma, he entered the assembly, but he didn't respect. He didn't bow down. And Brahma thought, oh, how is so disrespectful? He is my son, but he is not respecting me. And others started thinking, and Brahma also started, his lips started calling that how Bhrigu is not respecting me. And Bhrigu understood that Brahma could not control his anger. That means he is not the greatest. Then he walked off from there and went to his brother Shiva. And as soon as Shiva saw Bhrigu Muni, he told, oh my older brother, please come and let's embrace. I'm very happy to see you. And then that time, to test Shiva, Bhrigu replied, oh, you are very deviant, you are wearing the ash on the body, having the snakes on the neck. I cannot touch me. How are you saying my brother? You are my brother. No, please don't come near to me. And then Shiva also become very angry. Told, you are rejecting me or telling I am wearing a snake and the ashes on my body? How you can say like that? I am your brother. And then Parvati, Mother Parvati came in between, told, no, 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 please stop. He is anyhow your brother. Please forgive him. But Shiva was very angry. And Bhrigu had to literally, run away from that place, from Kailash. And now he went to Vishnu. And as soon as this time he went to Vishnu, he kicked Vishnu very hard on his chest. And when Vishnu got the kick, he bowed down to Bhrigu and told, Bhrigu Muni, please forgive me. I didn't notice that you came. In fact, you touched my chest. My chest is very hard. Please forgive me. It might have hurt you. And when Bhrigu heard this, he was surprised that how he is tolerating. I kicked him and he is begging forgiveness to me. And then Bhrigu went back to the assembly and told what happened and told the answer to all. That I tested 3 of them and then I come to the conclusion that Vishnu is the supreme. And all the sages started saying, Lord Vishnu ki jai. Yeah. So now we have done our 2 parts of this session. First we understood among human and the God, God is greatest. And now among the God, God God, we understood who is great? Vishnu is the greatest because he could tolerate. Yes. So now let's go back to our slides. Now, after this Bhrigu Muni test, we understood that Vishnu is greatest. According to Parashar Muni, we all are looking who is greatest or who is Bhagwan. Bhagwan is one who possesses all 6 opulences. Now, what is this term opulences? Like, see, in this world, we all get attracted to someone. Yes or no? We get attracted to some beauty. We get attracted to someone who is having a lot of wealth. We get attracted to someone who is having a lot of knowledge. And we also get attracted to someone having a lot of strength. Not only that, not only physically, we get attracted to the people who are very famous. Yes. And finally, all of us get attracted to the one who are renunciate. Yes. And there are many, many people in this world having these qualities, but they are exhibiting these qualities in little amount. And no one in this world having all the qualities in full. Yes, there is no such person having all 6 opulence and that too in full. But there is one person who? Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is exhibiting all these qualities in full. He is so beautiful. He was beautiful when he was a kid. He was beautiful when he was young. And when he was speaking Bhagavad Gita, his age was 125 years when he spoke Bhagavad Gita. But have you seen the photo? He always looks so beautiful, so charming. No wrinkles, or he need not to use the facelift or something. No white hairs. He always looks like 16-year young boy. So he's always most beautiful. Then we saw about wealth. They are rich person. Some may say Lakpati, some may be Karodpati, some may be Kharapati. But Krishna is Lakshmipati. He is the richest. Yes. When he got married to 16,108 wives, he made palaces for each one of them. That too, they are decorated with rubies and the jewels. There was no light required because they were glowing with the jewels. So he was the richest. He is the richest. He is Lakshmipati. Yeah. And then we got attracted to someone who is having a lot of knowledge. Krishna is the most knowledgeable person. He spoke Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years back, and till now we are referring it and gaining a lot of knowledge from it. In fact, it takes some lifetime to understand whole Bhagavad Gita. What he spoke just in 45 minutes. He gave knowledge to Lord Brahma, who is the creator. He gave knowledge to Uddhava. So Krishna's knowledge is unlimited and all-time famous. All time. It doesn't get changed like our science. Now about the strength. So we were discussing about the different people having a lot of strength, but Krishna having so much of strength, when he was a kid, just 6 years old, he lifted Govardhan hill. And he need not to find out what is the center of gravity of that hill. Huh? And that too, to exhibit his quality of strength, he lifted it on the left hand, that too on the small finger. Huh? Now, if I have to lift this mobile, I have to find out how to balance it first. It's not possible. And he was lifting the whole Govardhan hill, and it was 48 kilometers. Huh? Next photo you can see, he danced on Kalia. Now we get afraid if a snake come in our room, how will we run away from this room? But he danced on the top of a Kalia having hundreds of thousands of hoods, and each hood was very slippery. But still he was very nicely dancing on top of Kalia's hood. Not only that, he killed Kamsa and many other people, Rakshasas and demons. So he is most powerful. Yeah. In fact, it has been told all the strength what we are having comes from Krishna. And after having all these five qualities, that makes him famous. In today's world, if somebody steals something, chor, we report to police. But when Krishna stole butter, he got famous as Makhan Chor. Krishna Bhagwan, Makhan Chor Bhagwan ki jai. When we ran away from the battlefield, he got famous as Ranjor Rai. So he's so famous. Yeah. Till now we are discussing about him. And it's going to be discussed throughout the time. And after having this all five qualities, he is renunciate. Like we discussed that somebody is very rich or somebody is very wealthy, somebody is very famous. After having all these qualities, can somebody act in a renunciate way? I don't think so. Can you imagine the CEO of a company or the principal of your college is coming to your house and knocking the door? Knock, knock. Sir, I brought a car for you. Please come, we'll go to the company or the school. And no, we cannot get a dream about it. But what Krishna is doing, by having all the opulence in full, he is ready to become a chariot driver of Arjuna. And when somebody becomes a chariot driver, the Arjuna has to show direction by kicking him. When he has to say go left, he has to hit on the left side of Krishna. When he has to say go right, he has to kick on the right side of Krishna. Having all this opulence, he is not at all worried about his post and position. He is so dear to his devotees. He was ready to become chariot driver. In the next photo, you can see that how being a king of Dwarka, let's say, the president of the country, and a beggar comes and he's not telling, no, I don't know who you are. I have many friends in the Gurukul. No, when Sudama came, he just ran towards Sudama and brought him and washed his feet, as you are seeing in the photo. So he is such a great personality. After having all the opulence, he is the greatest renunciate. So that's defined the definition of Bhagwan or God is one who is full of six opulence. And in this material world, we get the minute reflection of this opulence. So who is Bhagwan? Bhag plus one. Bhag means opulence, the Aishwarya. One who possesses. Like we say, Bhagyavan, one who is Bhagyavan, most fortunate. Similarly, Bhagwan. Bhagwan is one who is full in six opulence. And therefore, Lord Krishna is the one who is full of six opulence and rightly called as Bhagwan. And he has proved his supremacy. We are going to see how he proved his supremacy. As I told, Bhagwan means, Bhag means opulence and one means one who possesses. So this word Bhagwan, Shri Bhagwan Uvacha, comes 28 times in Bhagavad Gita. If you see, for other people, it comes as Shri Dhatrashtra Uvacha or Shri Sanjay Uvacha. But when it came for Krishna or Shri Arjuna Uvacha, for Krishna it came Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Why? To tell us, to inform us that when Krishna is speaking, Bhagavan is speaking, who is full of six opulence. That makes him the greatest. In fact, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it comes 140 times. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Okay? Okay, so and he has shown his universal form, his greatness many times. Now when somebody says I am God, you can ask him, okay, you are God, you are greatest, please show me universal form. Not only once, he has shown his universal form many times. When he was just a kid in the lap of Mother Yashoda, in his mouth he has shown the whole universal form. Huh? And when on the uh, in the Ranbhumi, when there was fight about to begin in Kurukshetra, he has shown his universal form to Arjuna. Yes, that makes him greatest. Yeah? And then, in fact, when Brahmaji saw Krishna being a small kid, sometimes stealing butter, playing with the cowherd boys, how he can be greatest? I don't believe in it. Then he thought, let me take a test. And then he went to Krishna and he stole all the cowherd boys and the calves and kept one place. And immediately Krishna understood, oh, you want to test me? Okay. And then immediately Krishna took the form of all the cowherd boys and calves exactly as they were. Same dress, same bracelet, same hairstyle, everything same. And for 1 year, he exhibited like this. And after that, a moment when Brahma came, when 1 year got over, and he was confused. Yes, I kept all the boys and cowherd boys and calves in the cave. I could see them there, and I could see all of them with Krishna also. Who are the real? And then he understood, my God, I did a big mistake. I thought Krishna is just a cowherd boy. No, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as soon as Brahma bowed down to Krishna, all these cowherd boys and the calves turned into form 400 Vishnu, as you are seeing in the middle picture. And all them started coming to Krishna. And then Brahma with his forehead bowed down to Krishna and told Krishna, please forgive me. I have done a big mistake. Krishna, tu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the greatest, Krishna. You are the greatest. Not only that, as we discussed about the Govardhan Leela, when Krishna later married 16,100 wives, the queens were so beautiful, not at all compared to the nowadays beauty of the material world. They were of the spiritual world. But Krishna was never agitated, and therefore he got his name as Madan Mohan. Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Ji ki jai. So not only that, he speaks about his opulence in Bhagavad Gita. He is not exaggerating, because he is like that, therefore he is speaking. Like in Bhagavad Gita, there are many shlokas, we have taken only few of them. In 10th chapter he says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhav samanvita. The translation says, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. To know it will take some time. It's not a matter of half an hour. Already half an hour is going to get over. It takes some time to understand him. To know Krishna, to understand Krishna is just like a child trying to understand the PhD, the books of PhD. Is it possible to understand? No, it takes some time. Yeah. So we are going to have many sessions. In all the sessions, the doubts will more clarify. You will more able to understand that how he is the greatest, he is the sweetest, he is the top Supreme Personality of Godhead. Another shloka from 10th chapter only says, Na me vidu surgana prabhavam na maharshaya aham adirhi devana maharshinam cha sarvasha. Neither the host of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulence. For in every respect, I am the source of the demigods and the sages. So from whom everyone is coming? From Krishna. Everyone is emanating from Krishna. Now let us see some more shlokas from different scriptures proving the supremacy of the Krishna or the greatness of Krishna. Lord Brahma prayed, Ishvara Param Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adi Govinda Sarva Karan Karanam. Krishna, who is the Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. Who is praying this? Brahma is praying. And what is telling? He is eternal. blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. So when you try to find who is my father and my father and his father and his grandfather, his father, and when the search stops, the first person of this creation is Krishna, the origin of all. Like you have seen the train, the S7 bogie is turned into S6, S5, S2, S1, and then general bogie, and the final is the engine. Who is driving the engine? Similarly, all of us, we are S7, the different bogies, the different living creatures who are coming from Brahma, and who, from where Brahma is coming? The lotus of Krishna. Vishnu, and Vishnu is coming from Krishna. So he is the origin of all. He has no other origin. When the search ends, he is the person, the origin person, and he is the prime causes of all. He is the cause of all causes. In Bhagavatam, when they define different avtaras, the last avatars they say, Ete chankala pumsa Krishna tu bhagavan sayam indrani vaikulam lokam vridyanti yuge yuge. So Krishna, they use the word Krishna tu bhagavan swayam. For other avatars, in Bhagavatam the word Bhagavan doesn't come. Why? As we discussed, Krishna is the one who is possessing all six opulence in the full. And then in later part in Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter, it comes, Brahma is telling Narad Muni, I have personally seen 16 auspicious markings on Lord Krishna's lotus feet. Have you seen our lotus feet? No marks. So we are not God or the greatest. He is the God, or he is the greatest, having 16 beautiful auspicious markings. And then Padma Pranam also it comes. So like that, there are many references from different scriptures. In fact, now having discussed that Krishna is the greatest, we can also understand that it's very important to understand that his name, Krishna, and his name are non-different. Nam namakari bauda nij sarva shaktis. Tatra pita niyamita smarena kala. So he has given all his energy in his name. Therefore, it is showing in the screen. You can see Sahasra Nam Punyanam Tere Avrita Tu Yat Phalam Eka Avritya Tu Krishnasya Nam Ekam Tat Pranashyati. By it uttering the single name of Krishna just once, one attains the same benefit as that gained by reciting Vishnu's 1,000 names, three names of Rama. That comes in the Brahman Puran. So just by chanting holy name of Krishna, we get connect to Krishna and we get benefit of reciting Vishnu Sahasranam 3 times. So that's the glory of the chanting of the holy name. And there are many scripture reference for this. Like Ajamila, he was a person having very sinful, and he gave his 10th son name as Narayan. And when the Yamdutas, the horrors, the Yamdutas came to take him, he remembered his son. Narayan, please come, I'm going to die. He was referring to his son. But Lord thought, oh, he's calling me. And he sent his Vishnu Dutas, as you are seeing on the extreme left. And this Vishnu Dutas came and told the Yamdutas, please wait. He has taken name of Narayan. He has taken Vishnu's name. You cannot touch him. Now he is our person. That's the glory of Lord's name. As I told, Lord and his name are non-different. And immediately he got, the Yamdutas went away and he did tapasya, he chanted the holy name and went back to Godhead, to Vaikuntha Loka. There's another example shown on the right side of the screen where the elephant named Gajendra, his leg was caught by the crocodile and there was a fight for thousands of years, and finally when he was losing the war, he remembered Lord Krishna and chanted his name, and as soon as he chanted his name, immediately Lord Vishnu came, as you are seeing on the screen, and Lord Vishnu cut the head of crocodile and saved Gajendra. I need not to say, you might have heard the famous pastime of Draupadi. Draupadi was shouting on the name of Lord, hey Krishna, hey Madhav, hey Sakheti. He was in Hastinapur and Krishna was in Dwarka, lot of distance, and immediately Lord Krishna came and saved Draupadi. So we can easily understand, I can tell a number of stories about the glories of the holy name. We can see that Lord and his name is non-different. The same power of Lord is given in his name. So carrying this name in 1965, Srila Prabhupada, he reached the shores of USA on the steamship Jalduta. And he went there just with 40 rupees in hand of Campbell, Kartal in hand. And in fact, on his voyage at the sea, he got 2 severe heart attacks. I'm talking none other than about Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON Society, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So at the age of 65, when he went, he had just faith on the holy name and on the instructions of his Guru Maharaj. And he maintained himself there just by giving whatever books he got. And it was very difficult to him in the biggest city of New York of the world. But he, humbly considering himself to a most insignificant servant of the spiritual master, he pushed on with great determination to try to accomplish many ambitious things before the time he would die. And he went in the New York Tompkins Square Park. He sat under the tree. He doesn't know what to do. He just faith on Lord Krishna. And he started singing the holy name, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And he did it for a few hours. He doesn't know anyone. His eyes was closed. When he opened his eyes, he saw hundreds of Americans dancing on this Hare Krishna tune. And he became very happy. And then he started giving the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then they started wearing dhoti kurta, and the ladies started wearing sari and started following the Indian culture. In fact, you will be surprised to know, I didn't know much about God in India. When I went to US, I saw Americans wearing dhoti kurta and the sari. I was surprised. My God, in my office, never I saw somebody wearing dhoti kurta or the sari. And these people are wearing, dhoti kurta in the street of New York or Washington and inquire. I was amazed. The kind of knowledge they had, the kind of love and care they gave. And all because of Srila Prabhupada. In July of 1966, Prabhupada secured a stored fund called Matchless Gift with an adjoining apparent at the world's busiest street, 26 2nd Avenue. And then he started holding Bhagavad Gita classes, and what turned about thousands of people, they started following him. They understood that money cannot make us happy. The luxuries of this world cannot make us happy. It's only when we connect ourselves with God that we can be peaceful, we can be happy. As you can see right now, the corona time, the people are locked down, we cannot move around much. That time we can take shelter of Lord, and Lord can make us happy. And that's how then Prabhupada opened 108 temples all over the world, and now there are thousands of centers all over the world. In 1966, Srila Prabhupada officially founded the International Society of Krishna Consciousness. In fact, somebody asked him, why Prabhupada, why are you giving the name Krishna Consciousness? We can call it God Consciousness because it's a God conscious society. He told, no, God has a name. What is his name? Krishna. So why not to use it? Let us use the name of God, and let's have the name of the society as International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So thank you all very much. I'll definitely end by saying I got benefited and many others got benefited by taking the name of Lord Krishna in their life, and you also take the full advantage of it by chanting his holy name. He is the greatest, he is the sweetest, and we can experience that sweetness, we can experience him by chanting the holy name. By this mantra meditation, there are many things we can talk about. I'll end by chanting one time. Please repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you very much. I wish you a very happy Janmashtami. This is how we can celebrate our Janmashtami, by knowing more and more about God. So I open this forum for question answers. If you have some questions, please you can send on the chat box, or you can raise your hand. I will unmute you. Okay, Shiva Kumar has raised hand. Let me unmute him. Sorry, Shiva, I'm not able to yeah, if you're unmuted, yes, please ask.
Krishna Prabhu, Dhanvat Pranam. Prabhuji, I have a question that like Krishna is also known as a Lakshmipati, even Lord Vishnu also known as a Lakshmipati. So
Very
if
good
any
question.
person asks this, like I'm confused what to answer. So we
Very
know
good.
that
Thank you very much for you helped me to this one point I forgot to mention. So I'll just go to the flow what we discussed. First part we discussed that how we are not great, God is great. Second part we discussed among God, generator, operator and destroyer. Who is great? Vishnu is great. Now among Vishnu, how Krishna is great, how is Lakshmipati and how he is great. I didn't touch that part because of time constraint, but as you asked, I'll answer it. See, I'll just narrate a story which happened. Once a person went to meet Prime Minister, very big person, not an ordinary person like you and me. And he happened to meet him, and then the PA of the Prime Minister told, sir, although sir has our Prime Minister has given you appointment, you have to wait for some time. So he waited and waited. It happened 1 hour. 1 hour he waited, and then he told, what is this, why is not allowing me? So he peeped out of the window what Prime Minister is doing that time, and he saw that Prime Minister he was acting like a horse. He was playing with his grandson. So he was surprised and he was very happy. Our Prime Minister, to whom we salute, we worship him, he is like great person in front of us. He is acting like a horse. He is playing with his grandson. So that is Krishna. So Vishnu and Krishna are saying, Vishnu position is like at office with 4 hands, giving the order, you do this, you do that, maintaining the whole universe, operating the whole universe. And Krishna's position is like at home. Very sweet, having pastimes. You have seen Krishna playing the flute, roaming around in Vrindavan. Yeah. So his position is like at home. So whom you like to meet? A person in office or at home? Where your relation will be more thick? When your relation at home? Yes, the close relationship. So I've got the answer. So Krishna is at home, Vishnu at office. They are same. Okay. Thank you, Shiva. Happy Minds, I have raised hand. Let me unmute you. Yes, please
Hare
ask.
Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, can you please tell your name?
Prabhuji, my name is Kanaya.
Kanaya, very good name. So before I
Thank
take
you.
your question, officially I would like to end the session because we promised for half an hour. It's already, I took 40 minutes. So thank you all very much. Tomorrow again, we'll have session at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. At your convenience time, you can attend tomorrow. And now I'll take the question of Kanaya. Yes, please tell.
Prabhuji, thank you so much for arranging this Krsnopedia.
Thank you. Thanks for the team. There are so many who have worked hard for it. I'm just one of them.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Okay. So let me see chat box. Okay, I could see MS Radhika raising hand. I'll just unmute you.
Radhe
Yes.
Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
My name is Radhika.
Yes, Radhika.
Actually, I wanted to know that I actually wanted to see Lord Krishna, like how we see human beings. So how can I see?
You want to see Lord Krishna?
Yes.
That is your question? Very good question. Many people ask me this question, how I can see Lord Krishna. Yes, by chanting the holy name. Like for example, I'm staying in Hyderabad, my parents in Pune. So I have to go to Pune, I have to connect. I may not be able to see, but I can call them and see them.
Yes.
Similarly, chanting is the mobile number of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is the mobile number of the Lord. You call him, you will be able to see him.
When
Okay?
should I chant this, Guruji?
anytime, any place, no restrictions. In this age
Have
of
you seen Lord Krishna?
yes, as somebody wants to see the president of our country, what he has to do? He has to go to his PA, he has to write a letter to him, and he has to wait for some time. Is it possible to see him tomorrow only? It may take some
No.
time. Similarly, for all of us, if we keep chanting, we will be able to see. We need those eyes to see him, and we get those eyes by chanting the holy name.
Thank you
Okay?
so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I could see Aishwarya has some question. Let me unmute you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you for
Krishna.
the class. Prabhuji, how can we convince our parents who's a demigod worshippers? Like, because it's so different for them, and because this is really scientific explanation. So I'm like the Krishna consciousness. But what about our parents? How can we convince them?
You just serve them nicely and you pray to Lord Krishna on the Janmashtami. Krishna will show you the path.
Okay, Prabhuji. And then
Because
how can we
elder,
tell them?
we don't preach them, we can suggest them, we can give them recording of some of the classes, whichever language they are comfortable, Hindi, Telugu, English, whatever, and then we can just suggest them as they are elder to us.
Yes, yes.
And
Okay.
prayers have power. I do believe in a lot on prayers. So when we pray for them, definitely they will become devotees.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other question? Okay, let me quickly check if somebody else have raised hand. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much. Wish you a very happy Janmashtami once again. There is so much more to discuss. Remain stay tuned. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Grand meeting for all.